Since 1924, there have been 42 Category 5 hurricanes in the Atlantic Basin. While many of these storms have peaked at Category 5, only 4 have made landfall in the United States at that strength. Chris Mulcahy has the history of Category 5 storms for us tonight.
There aren't many things more infamous than a Category 5 hurricane. Cat 5s are catastrophic, terrifying, and even rare. Let's raise that hurricane IQ. Hurricanes are ranked into 5 categories via the Saffir-Simpson scale. For a hurricane to reach Category 5 status, it must have sustained winds of 157 miles per hour or greater. Hurricane record keeping dates back to 1842, but the first Category 5 wasn't documented until 1924. This hurricane made landfall on the extreme western side of Cuba with sustained winds of 165 miles per hour. The first 9 Category 5s from 1924 to 1944 were unnamed, since the hurricanes weren't named until 1950. During that time frame, the first Category 5 made landfall in the United States. This storm was known as the Labor Day Storm of 1935. It made landfall in the Florida Keys with sustained winds of 185 miles per hour. This is only one of 4 hurricanes that made landfall in the U.S. as a Category 5. Hurricane Camille in 1969 is the second strongest landfalling hurricane in the U.S. history, hitting southern Mississippi with 175 mile per hour sustained winds. 1992's Hurricane Andrew is infamous to Florida, the most catastrophic to hit the state, and scarred Dade County with 165 mile per hour winds. And the most recent was Hurricane Michael. That devastated the Florida Panhandle, wiping out part of Mexico Beach with 160 mile per hour winds in 2018. 2024's Hurricane Beryl and Hurricane Milton became the 41st and 42nd Category 5 hurricanes on record in the Atlantic. Now some Cat 5 stats. The strongest was Hurricane Allen, which had a peak sustained wind of 190 miles per hour. There's a 4-way tie for the second strongest hurricanes, peaking at 185 miles per hour. Wilma's also on here, but owns her own record for the lowest barometric pressure recorded in the Atlantic. And lastly, Beryl recorded its own record in 2024. Beryl's now the earliest Cat 5 on record, hitting 160 mile per hour sustained winds on July 2nd, 2024. Category 5s are becoming more and more common. 18 have formed since 2003, and 10 have formed over the last 10 years.